Okay, Assalamualaikum and good day to everyone. So, good morning.
Good
Good
morning,
morning.
sir.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, thank you for responding. Um, before we start with our lesson today, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Mr. Sharia Ryan. Just call me Mr. Ryan. And also, before we really get into our lesson, I need someone to recite a prayer, a study prayer. So, can I have one student to recite the prayer? Maybe Zikri or Daim?
Okay, Zikri, sir.
Okay, Zikri. Can you please recite the prayer? Zikri, are you there?
Okay, never mind, sir.
Okay,
Let
okay.
me take.
Okay, thank you, Daim.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin arrahmanirrahim. Maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin.
Okay, thank you, Daim, for reciting the prayer. Okay, now we can start with our lesson. So, first of all, I'm going to show a video. I need you all to listen to the video attentively. So, the title of the video is What is Superstition? So, I'm going to play the video now and let me know if it's audible or not, alright?
What is a superstition?
Is it audible? Can you hear the sound of the video?
Yes, sir. I hear very clear.
Okay, so I'll start over. What I need you to do is to just watch and listen to the video attentively, okay?
What is a superstition? A superstition is based on myth, magic, or irrational thoughts. They are based in lore or tradition, and it is difficult to determine their exact origin. Superstitions are also known as old wives' tales, legends, and traditions, and may involve animals, graveyards, ghosts, inanimate objects, or even other people. Some superstitions are formed from religious beliefs or distorted after years of use. The superstition that it is bad luck to walk under a ladder came from Christian religion. The ladder, the wall, and the ground form a triangle representing the Holy Trinity. Walking through the triangle meant that you were in league with the devil. There are different superstitions from all over the world. In Japan, for example, it is considered bad luck to stick chopsticks straight up in a bowl of rice. To avoid a baby being born with a facial birthmark, pregnant women in India don't go outside during an eclipse. In Taiwan, being a bridesmaid more than twice is considered bad luck. There are many superstitions about numbers. For us, the number 13 is unlucky, but 7 is lucky. In Japan and China, numbers 4 and 9 are considered unlucky because they are similar to the words for death and suffering, respectively. In theater culture, it is bad luck to wish someone good luck before a show. The correct thing to say is break a leg. In other traditions, it is bad luck to spill salt, break a mirror, or see 3 butterflies together. Four-leaf clovers and horseshoes, on the other hand, are considered lucky. Many people have good luck charms, such as a rabbit's foot or a lucky piece of jewelry. With or without having any actual power, superstitions are present in almost all cultures.
Okay, so in the video it explains that every culture have their own superstition. So now can you have a gist of what is superstition? Do you know what is the meaning of superstition? If you can't talk, if you're having internet connection problem, you can just type your response in the chat box below. Okay. So do you know what is superstition?
Okay, sir. May I try?
Old belief. Okay, Daim, you may try.
Okay, I think the superstitious is just like a belief or a practice resulting from ignorance. Maybe in what I say, trust in a magic or chance, like fate or false conception, I guess.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Daim, for your response. And here, Aiman also said that superstition is like an old belief, and Lee said that it is something that is not scientifically supported, but people still believe in it. So, for example, in our culture, we believe that if a cat step over a dead body, the dead body will be alive again, something like that. So it might sound ridiculous, but some people do believe in this such thing. And also another example is that girls are not allowed to sing in the kitchen when they are cooking. If not, they will be single forever. It's just things that people believe, and maybe it has some moral value behind it also that we might not know. So there is a reason why superstition exists in this world. Okay, so moving on to the next slide. Okay, so based on the video, what do you know about the superstition? So can you tell me what do you know about superstition? Just now you explained what is superstition. So in general, superstition is a belief or something that people do as a daily routine because they believe by doing that thing they will be avoided from bad luck or something like that. So now what do you know about superstition in your own understanding? You can write your answer in the chat box below as well. Anyone?
Maybe when as I know from the old Malay superstition, just like when the black cat cross in front of you, so that's mean you will having a bad luck for next day.
Okay, thank you, Daim. Here Lee has some interesting response. Things that people do or avoid due to old belief. So it can be something negative or positive. It can be either one, or perhaps good reason or moral value behind it. This one, if we can see in our culture context, for example, the Malay, they are not allowed or they don't like to cut their nail at night because it might invite the ghost over to your house. But the moral value or the reason behind this might be to avoid yourself from hurting yourself because you're cutting your nail at night, and it might, do some damage to yourself. Maybe you accidentally clip your skin or wounded yourself, something like that. So there's always a reason behind this superstition. Okay. Alright, so for the second question, can you share any superstition that you know? So any superstition that you ever heard of or that you used to believe or that you used to practice, you may share it with me now, okay? So you can write your answer in the chat box, or you can just use the microphone directly to speak to me. Okay, Aiman and Zikri, I don't see any response from the
Yes,
two of
I'm
you.
here. I think the one that I know is we cannot sit on the book. Do you hear me? Because the book are a source of knowledge, and if we sit on them, it may consider as disrespectful and immature act, something like that.
Okay, thank you, Zikri, for sharing the superstition that you know. So here, Lee said that in my culture, Chinese people cannot use chopstick to stab food with. It's like stabbing our ancestor. Okay, this is from the Chinese superstition. And here, sorry for the disturbance. Masih pemotong. Okay, dah. Untuk ini dah. Okay, sorry. So here Aiman also shares some interesting superstition. So he said that we cannot talk big when in the forest. We need to ask permission from our ancestor when we do anything in the forest. So it's more like respecting the being or entities that live in the forest. So you have to respect them in order for them to respect you when you are in the forest. I think it's something like that, I believe. Okay, so thank you for responding. Okay, now moving on to the next slide. So for today, our theme is people and culture, whereas our topic is sport. Now what I want you to do is that I want you to turn to page 24 in your textbook, and here you can see the title of the article that we are going to use for today's lesson, superstition and sport. Okay, so for now I want you to read this text for 3 minutes. I think would 3 minutes be enough?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, so I'll give you 3 minutes to read the article. Okay. Okay, are you all done reading the article?
Yes.
Daim, Lee, and Aiman? Okay,
Yes,
yes,
teacher.
okay. Alright, so now we can proceed. Okay, so just now you read the article which is about superstition and sport, right? So here you read about the athlete uh, that that is present in this article. So it explains how the athlete have weird habit that we might not know, something that they don't really share with people. And for that, for the next activities, that I want you to find at least 3 things that you want to know about your favorite athlete. Okay, so how are we going to do this? So first you need to at least have 3 questions in mind regarding the athlete that you are fond of. And then with that 3 question, I want you to open an internet web browser and type in the subject of your search. So you are going to find the answer for your questions through the use of the internet. So you won't find it by reading books or anything, but I want you to use the internet and to find the answer for your question, and then you will write the answer in the Padlet. So for the Padlet, I will share the link. Hold on. I'm going to share the link through the chat box. Okay, so here are the link for you to share your answer. So just write 3 things that you want to know about your favorite athlete. So for example, their religion, how many kids they have, or what kind of superstition belief do they believe in, or other than that, what is their favorite hobby, how do they spend their money, and all that. Okay, so find any 3 question that you have and use the internet to look for the answer and write it in the Padlet. Okay, the question along with the answer. Is that clear? Okay. Alright, so you can start doing it now. I will give you around 5 or 6 minutes for you to complete this task. I think 6 minutes would be enough, okay? So here Daim wrote 3 things that he want to know about Cristiano Ronaldo, which is his achievement, his wealth, and his family. So could you provide the answer for these 3 questions, Daim?
Okay, I try, sir.
Okay. Three things that I want to know about Messi: career, other jobs, and family. Could you please write your name? I don't know who is writing this part, and provide the answer as well. Or if you don't want to write the answer, you can keep the answer and I'll ask you later on. but you have to speak if you want to share your answer that way, or if you don't want to, you can just write your answer along with the question here. Okay. Or you can just tell me who is writing this part, the Messi part. Three things I want to know about Messi. So you don't have to write your name. So you just tell me who is writing it. So it will be easier for me to call out your name later on. Three things about Lee Chong Wei. Are you all done? Are you all done with the activity? Or do you need more time? Okay, Lee said he's done. You can see Zikri is done as well. Okay, without further ado, let's start with Zikri first. So here Zikri said three things about Nicole and David. Okay, first is her age. So her age is 38 years. Achievement: she has been world number 1 for 112 consecutive months. When did she start playing squash? She started playing squash at 5 years old, and she won her first tournament at the age of 10. Okay, so for Zikri, I have to read for him because he is not having a stable internet connection. Okay, now is Lee. Three things about Lee Chong Wei by Lee Kapang. Okay, so for the first one, born in Bagan Serai, Malaysia. So I suppose the question is where is his born place, I think. Number 2, start playing badminton at the age of 11. At what age he start playing badminton? And when did he won his first medal in Olympics? So he won his first medal in Olympic in 2008. Okay. Now by Aiman. Three things I want to know about Messi: career, other jobs, where does he come from? Okay, so Aiman, may I know where is the answer for this question that you have here? Career, other jobs, and where does he come from? Oh, you're not finished yet. Okay, take your time. Alright, so I will move on with the part first. Three things I want to know about Cristiano Ronaldo: his achievement. Collectively, Ronaldo has won 32 senior trophies in his career. Portuguese footballer Cristiano Ronaldo has received 5 Ballon d'Or FIFA Ballon d'Or award, the most for a European player, and his wealth is estimated around 500 million or 363 million pound. Football contract, he got this money from football contract, endorsement deal, business investment. And for his family, there are 7 members in their family: Cristiano Ronaldo and Georgina Rodriguez, a model, and 4 sons and 1 daughter. Okay, that's very detailed. Okay, now we're waiting for Aiman. Okay, so Aiman is done with his part as well. So for Messi, he started his career since 1992 until now as a footballer. And then other job is he has his own clothing line. And where does he come from? He is raised and born in central Argentina. Okay, so that is all for our first activity. And now moving on to the next lesson is okay. So in the textbook, after you read the article, there's a activity which is exercise number 3 on the left side. So what I want you to do now is that I want you to answer the question, and we will discuss the answer together after this. Okay, so I will give around 5 minutes for you to complete exercise 3. Is that okay? Okay, so you can start answering the question now. There's only 6 questions. So the time start now, 5 minutes, and I will get back to you after 5 minutes. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
I missed something. So what is the instruction?
Uh, After you are done reading the article, what I want you to do next is to answer the exercise 3 in the textbooks. So the title of the exercise is read the article again and choose the correct answer. Okay, Lee shared his answer here in the chat box already. So the rest can do the same, and we will check the answer together after this. But make sure you answer the question, okay? All of you.
Enough, overlap.
Are you all done answering the exercise? Can I get some response from Aiman and Zikri? Are you done with the exercise?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how about Aiman? Aiman, are you done with the... Okay, alright. So everyone is done. Okay, so now let's discuss the answer together. Okay, so for the first question, for Tiger Woods, it is sometimes important to play golf. I'll check the answer. So this said B. Okay, B. In a particular color. In a particular color. So as you can see in the text, it just says that Tiger Woods always wear red on the last day of a golf tournament. So the answer is B, in a particular color. And for number 2, Michael Jordan always wore... So here Daim said A, one long pair of shorts. Okay, Michael Jordan, he always wore his old college basketball short under his team short for luck. So the team short on top had to be very long. So it just mentioned long. So the answer for number 2, short under his team short, had to be... Okay, so for number 2, the answer is A, two different pair of short. Okay, how about number 3? Daim said the answer for number 3 is B. Okay, let us check. In the past, athlete was as superstitious as athlete today. Okay, it's the answer is correct. Now number 4, the writer of the article, so we can check A. Zikri said the answer for question 4 is A. The writer of the article isn't superstitious about anything. Okay, the answer is correct. Well, let me check. Daim said B, and Lee said Lee also said B. Yeah, B is a bit superstitious, and for Zik it isn't superstitious about anything. Okay, so as you can see in the text, the writer didn't mention that he believed in any superstition. He only explained about the superstition that some of these athletes believe in. And as you can see in the last paragraph, so I will read it. There are stories of footballers who have worn the same pair of socks for many weeks because they thought they were lucky. Yuck. So here we can see that he is disgusted towards some superstitious belief. So I can say that the writer isn't superstitious about anything. So the answer for number 4 is A, as he didn't mention anything about he himself believing in any superstition. Okay. So for number 4, the answer is A, and for number 5, Lee said the answer for number 5 is A. Okay, let us check. People sometimes repeat the same behavior because they are scared of changing it. They want to be like athlete. Okay, so the answer for number 5 is obviously A. They are scared of changing it. Okay. And lastly, number 6. The answer for number 6 here, Daim said it's B. Lee also said it's B. And Zikri also B. Okay. The word them in blue refer to B, athlete. Okay, the answer is correct. Okay, now we're done with the exercise 3. Let's move on to the next activity. This will be the last activity. Okay, so before that, you are to explain or describe any particular habit that you do when doing sport. So I will ask you about the habit that you do when doing sport. Okay, it can be anything. But if you don't have any, it's okay. But if you have any habit during sports. For let's say when you are playing sport, you need to drink cold water. You just want cold water, for example, or there are certain steps or certain skill or certain belief that you have to follow before you start playing sport. Maybe it's for good luck, maybe it's for I don't know, it can be anything, but you can share with me now. So you are to explain or describe any particular habit that you do when doing sport. So I want you to share it in the chat box, so it will be easier for everyone to read. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
okay. So how we are going? How we gonna do the poster by using what?
Oh, okay. I will explain that later on. But what I want you to do now is to do number one. I will explain that later on. Okay. So just share your particular habit that you do when doing sport. You can just explain or describe why you do so. For example, Daim is a badminton player, so he has this habit in which he will only use the shuttlecock for only 2 or 3 times, and after that he will have to use another new one, or he only use particular kind of stroke to hit the shuttlecocks or anything. Okay. Okay, good. Lee Kapang. Okay, so he said that this is not a superstition, but he have a habit. So he must wear 2 layer of shirt whenever he go to gym or play sport. Okay, Lee, can you explain why you do so? Why do you think by wearing 2 layer of shirt is either beneficial or helpful for you to do so? Or is it just a habit that you do and there's no clear reason to why you're doing that? Okay, the rest can share too. Daim, Zikri, and Aiman.
Okay, sir. Maybe just can I explain
Yeah, sure, sure.
in the
You can.
audio? Okay. So
Uh, okay, Daim, just a second. Okay. Okay, so Lee already explained here. It helped me sweat more, so higher rate of fat burning. Okay, thank you. All right, Daim, go on.
okay. I have a habit. So uh, I will only use my own racket, which I have to play the badminton. Because I think whenever I use the others, maybe my friend racket or the others racket, I feel like it's it's ruined my tempo of the game. So I only use my own racket. Then I believe that my own racket have my own charisma. I guess charisma. Okay, that's all.
Uh, yes, I don't think I have particular habit when I'm doing sport, but before doing sport, yes, I do. It's I will eat around 2 or 3 hours before I'm doing sport.
You will
Because
eat 2 or 3 hours before you're doing sport.
yes,
Okay.
it helps me to energize myself
Okay.
and also help me to not vomit during
Mm-mm.
the activity, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, that can be considered as a particular habit as well, since you do it before you're doing sport. Okay, so thank you for sharing. Okay, now what I want you to do is to pair up with one of your friend and create a poster regarding the superstition that you know. Okay, so for this part, it doesn't have to be particular on, let's say, for sports only. This can be anything, any superstition that you know. It doesn't have to be something that you believe in, but anything that you ever heard of from your culture, preferably. Let's say from Lee culture, Chinese culture believe this and that, and then Aiman, the Malay culture, or if you know any superstition from different culture, you might as well just share it in the poster. Okay, so for this poster, you will pair up, so each person will provide at least 3 superstition that they know, and the total will be 6. Okay, so for this poster, I want you to hold on. Okay, I'm going to share this one link. It's a Canva link. I need you to use this Canva link to create your poster. Okay, so since it's a pair work, so you might be wondering how are we going to work together. Okay, so you can just okay, let's say Zikri, you want to pair up with who? Does anyone want to pair up with Zik? Any volunteer? Since there's only 4 of you, so it will be easier. Okay, Aiman will be with Zikri. Okay, so you two will work together. So through the Canva, one person are going to open one Canva and share it with your partner so that you can edit it together, and you can also have discussion through WhatsApp. Okay, for this time you can use your phone. You can discuss with your friend using WhatsApp to discuss about the superstition that you want to put in the poster. Okay, and Daim and Lee will do the same too. Just use one Canva for 2 persons. So the total of the poster for today will be 2 only. Okay, I will give you around 10 minutes, since it's an easy task to do, just creating a poster using Canva and just put any superstitious belief or any superstition that you know in the poster. Okay, at least 6. Okay, you can start doing it now. Just discuss with your friend through WhatsApp, okay, and share the same Canva link for each pair. And after you are done, I will share a Padlet link. So in this Padlet link, you are going to send the link of your Canva in this Padlet link, so it will be easier for me to see it later on. Okay, and also as a proof that you submit it in this Padlet. So this Padlet is for your poster submission. So just share the link of your Canva in this Padlet later on. Okay. I suggest anyone with low internet connection to pair up with those who is having a good internet connection. So at least one person can present later on to cover up those who cannot turn on their mic or camera, okay, due to internet connection. So that will be more convenient for you to present later on. So 10 minutes, let me know when you're done. 5 more minutes. Let me know if you need extra time, okay?
Sir, you want each of us 3 superstition, right?
Yes. There's 2 in a group, right? So each person will share 3 superstition. So the total will be 6. We don't have to follow the 10 minute, exactly 10 minutes. If you're done, you can let me know so that we can start presenting as soon as possible, since there are only 10 more minutes before the class is over, okay? So I need you to do this task as soon as possible, okay, so that we can start presenting. Okay, Daim shared the link to his Canva already, so I'll check it now. Okay, so now we're waiting for Aiman and Zikri. So since Daim and Lee had completed their work, so I will present their poster first. Okay, so this is their poster. Okay, so while waiting for Aiman and Zikri, can I at least have one representative for Daim's group that can read this poster, that can present this poster?
Me, sir.
Okay, so before that, as usual, if you are doing a presentation, make sure you introduce your group members, and then only you move on to the main topic of your poster, okay?
Okay, sir. May I start?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so my name is Muhammad Daim bin Ramdan, and my partner is Lee Kapang. So I will present 6 superstitions to all of you. Okay, so for the first one is eat 2 chocolate chip cookies before rugby game to score better. So actually it's just like belief that when we eat chocolate chip cookies, we have a good momentum and maybe I think it's just a good luck for a rugby player. Okay, sir.
Okay, proceed.
Okay, so the next one is don't let anyone touch your bat before baseball games. Okay. The reason why. Okay, so for the batter, when they have their own bat, so whoever touch their own bat, so they have will ruin their momentum and their feeling with their bat. So it will affect your game. And
Okay,
also the timing before you hit, it will uh, slightly change. Okay,
okay,
so the third one is wear the same socks throughout tournaments. Okay, so it's just like I believe that when we use the same sock, we always maintain the good momentum throughout the game.
mm-hmm.
It's applicable to all sports like badminton, football, soccer.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Okay, so for the next one is shatter mirrors, and you will have a year of bad luck. So this actually quite famous in Asian country like
mm-hmm.
Indonesia, Malaysia. So whoever I mean accidentally shatter a mirror, your band, we think that we always have a bad luck throughout a year. Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
go
so
on.
proceed with the second last is sitting on the pillow. It's just like it's a old traditional Malay people that always talk about. Don't sit on a pillow. That then your ass will have a bisul. I guess bisul in Malay.
Boils.
Yes. So actually, it's just a appropriate thing to sit on your pillow, because as we sleep, we always put our head on the pillow. So there's a double meaning on this superstitious. Okay, so the last one is children should not go out after dark. Okay, it's also same with I mean a paranormal things like even when we go out after Maghrib, then you will be caught by a ghost, something like that. Okay, that's all
Okay.
for my group.
Alright,
Thank
thank
you.
you, Daim and Lee Kapang. That is a good presentation. Okay, now I will share Zikri and Aiman's poster. Okay, so who will present this poster? Is it Aiman or Zikri?
We will divide ourselves.
Okay, but make sure you explain it quickly, okay? We only have a
Okay.
few more minutes. Alright, you may
Okay.
start.
The first one is we need to finish the food on the plate. This is because there someone said that if we don't finish our food on a plate, it will your future spouse will not be attractive. And it also warns that every grain of rice that left on your plate will cause one pimple on your future spouse face. But I think it is a trick from our parents to make sure we finish our meals. And next is one should never sit on a pillow because I think it might cause swelling at your buttocks because I think that pillows
It's
are
we call
meant
it
for your head
boils. Yeah, the
and
word is
so
boils.
it's not good for us to sit on it.
Okay.
And then don't walk under the bed because it is asking us to asking for bad luck to fall for us like that.
Okay.
Of course to the Aiman.
Alright, next presenter, Aiman.
Okay, next is breaking a mirror. So some people believe that breaking a mirror is meant to give you a 7-year bad luck. So and people believe that mirror were a portal to the soul, and breaking one will damage the soul. Next is coming across a black cat. Okay, the superstition surrounding a black cat varies from country to country. Black cats are generally believed to be bad luck because of their association with demon and witches, as they were often believed to be symbol of evil omens. And finally, finding a four-leaf clover. Um, a four-leaf clover is considered to bring good luck in a number of English-speaking countries. The four-leaf clover is a symbol of luck and good fortune around the world. And I think that's all from us.
Okay, thank you Zikri and Aiman for your presentation. I really like your poster, it's very appealing to me. Okay, so I think that is all for our lesson today. Everyone did a very good job presenting their poster. But before that, can I have Aiman and Daim to share what you have learned for today's lesson? Okay, can I start with Aiman, please?
Okay, from what I have learned from today's lesson is that there are a lot of kind of superstition. Each unique to their own, like their own culture and all of that. And I think that we do not have to believe all of it, but some are true and some are good. And so I think that it is for us to think if we want to believe this superstition or not.
Okay, thank you Aiman. Daim?
Okay, the lesson that I learned today, so I understand the simple information about regarding superstition in worldwide. So just like something have a positive and a positive effect, a bad effect. Yeah, it just a take on us to think which is better, which is do you need to avoid, something like that. Okay, that's all for me.
Okay, alright, thank you Daim. Alright, so thank you so much everyone for joining our class today. I'll see you again next week. By the way, for this poster, when class start, I will print this poster out, and this is considered as your extended activity. So after I print this poster, I will need each team to stick this poster at the back of your class. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Alright,
Okay,
so
so
thank you, and you may dismiss the class.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
thank
you.
you, sir.
You're welcome. Alright, you're welcome.